Sometimes it really does take patience and persistence to get what you desire. Our next Hall of Fame inductee has made his career almost an art form. He was born in Matanzas, Cuba on June 30th, 1959. And of course, as you well know, there's no professional boxing in Cuba, but he followed many amateur shows with great interest. He graduated from the University of Havana, and like many fellow countrymen, he fled Cuba to come to the U.S. for more and better opportunities. As a writer for El Nuevo Herald, he began covering shows put on by Florida Boxing Hall of Famer Tutu Zabala. Not only writing about his favorite sport, but later, thanks to the internet, he was able to deliver immediate coverage of fights all over South Florida. If you live in that area and you're a boxing fan, it's very rare that you do not see this gentleman at ringside. For the last 20 years, he has not missed a single match in South Florida. Latino boxing fans enjoy hearing about the glories of Latino boxers by tuning in almost every week. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame class of 2024, broadcaster, writer, and commentator, Jorge Ebro.
I have a boxing are associated with the first amateur world championship, Havana, 1964. Everybody spoke about Wilfredo Gomez, Howard Davis, Theophilo Stevenson, like they were mythological figures, heroes. A lot of times, people spoke them with such a pride and joy. My second boxing memory is from around 1977, when the whole country was excited about the potential fight between Theophilo Stevenson and Muhammad Ali, the best amateur in the planet, against the living legend of professional boxing. I was too young to understand, but I was fascinated by the arguments between those who thought one or the other will win the fight. It was the first time I heard that there was another boxing, a boxing when the fighter gets paid. Unfortunately, that fight wasn't meant to be. But I also discovered another word, the word bet, illegal. How can you put a bet on a fight? Everybody was talking about the bet, but they don't want the government to know. They want to put money in the fights. I grew admiring amateur boxing who perhaps who have succeeded in professionals, as in the case of boxer Theophilo Stevenson himself. Then I arrived to this country and I completely discovered the other boxing that had been forbidden to me. The boxing of Mantequilla Nápoles, Ultiminio Ramos, Kid Gavilan, and so many others. Later, Joel Casamayor, a fighter who will become a bridge between amateur and professional boxing, opened a door through which will pass dozens of fighters who today are an avalanche and who undoubtedly had made my work much interesting and closer to my roots. From my humble position in South Florida and my newspaper, I have been able to see how boxing has grown with the ups and downs, and along with it, my professional experience becoming a passion, a true love. That's why my first thanks go to the boxers and trainers who have lent me and allowed me to tell the stories. And for that, I'm very, very thankful. And also, I want to thank my family, my wife, Ives, who is always been my rock and allow me to cover these late nights boxing cards. My son, and he's starting to be a filmmaker, and I hope that someday he will do a great film about boxing. I want to thank my life brother, Osmin Martinez, who opened the door of this country for me, and for that, I always be thankful. I want to thank also my editors, my mentors, like Santos Perez, people who taught me well how to write good stories about boxing. I want to thank also another brother in life, Andres Bermudez, who opened a door for me that I will never thought will exist, is the commentating boxing and television, and all the crew of ESPN Knockout, who is with me Saturday after Saturday. For someone who, at less than 10 years old, heard the word boxing for the first time, to enter in the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame today is a very great honor. I am convinced that this will be not the stop along the way, but the beginning of a new chapter to continue telling story. Thank you so much.